Right now at 10, multiple mobile homes engulfed in flames, the extent of the damage and what neighbors saw. And a hillside giving way into an Iowa home, the heartbreaking discovery that followed. Plus, a scam alert, the signs to look out for and who might be a target.
WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. We start with breaking news. There is an active police presence near 1518 10th Street South in La Crosse. A Bearcat vehicle was on the scene. A person has been taken away in an ambulance. We will provide more details as they become available. Families in Shelby are facing a tough road ahead after an early morning fire damages several mobile homes. News 8 Now's JD McGee shows us how the community is responding.
We spoke with residents in Shelby who say they're still trying to process what happened, and now they're leaning on the community as they try to recover. In a matter of minutes, flames tore through multiple homes at Brookview Mobile Home Park Wednesday morning.
It really happened fast. There was a lot of explosion going on.
Fire crews from the town of Shelby say the fire started in one trailer and quickly spread to two more. No injuries were reported, but the damage left behind was extensive.
This is a mess, and it needs to be taken care of fast.
Several neighbors told News 8 Now they were on their way to work when they got the call.
I was getting on my way to work, and I got the phone call maybe 5 minutes before I got there from my boyfriend Ashley, and he told me that the house was on fire next door.
Others rushed home after getting word that their own property had been damaged.
My mom called me. I was in my job this morning. I found this. We okay, but my house get a lot of damage.
The cause of the fire is still being investigated, but there are unconfirmed reports from a witness claiming they saw someone allegedly start the fire. Here's what that person told News 8 Now.
Yeah, he was running towards the car to get in the car. He kind of looked back and then left. He was getting in his girlfriend's Ford Mustang on County Road M. She was still kind of moving when she opened the door. And then he looked back, got in the car, and drove off.
Now again, these are unconfirmed reports and the investigation remains active. We will provide updates as we learn more. Reporting in the newsroom, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
Tuesday morning, a rock slide killed a 76-year-old man inside his home. Responders were dispatched to the 1100 block of Red Oak Road following a call from a resident of the home that a hillside had slid down into a house and she could not locate her husband. Emergency responders found Michael Dan Stoke inside the home, fatally injured by a large rock that crashed through the back wall.
At that time, the person who was calling 911 was unable to locate her husband in the residence. First responders arrived on the scene and were able to locate the other resident, the husband, who was deceased in a back room of the residence.
Investigators found numerous rocks had rolled down the hill from a nearby property. The sheriff's office is looking into the use of heavy equipment on that property. An elderly couple was scammed out of $450,000. This led to the arrest of 5 individuals who used fake names and phone numbers to collect money from the couple. The scammers told the couple they won money from the Publishers Clearinghouse and had to pay taxes before receiving it. Experts say these scams are easy to fall for.
They seem very realistic and are trying to convince consumers that they have won something. And they do it in a way to heighten the emotion so you don't think reasonably or rationally anymore because you're so excited that you've been the one selected to win this great prize.
Instructions to keep the prize or payment a secret, threats of arrest if payment is not made, and demands for payment of taxes, fees, or shipping costs up front are signs that you may be getting scammed. Planned Parenthood is no longer scheduling abortions in Wisconsin. Officials say federal Medicaid cuts are forcing the organization to stop the service. Wisconsin women seeking abortion care will now have to travel out of state. Planned Parenthood is considering legal action action to reverse the pause. Judge Maria Lazar is launching her campaign for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Lazar serves on the Wisconsin Court of Appeals in District 2. She also served as Assistant Attorney General under Governor Scott Walker. The conservative judge will challenge for Justice Rebecca Bradley's seat, who announced she wouldn't seek re-election in August. Lazar joins Judge Chris Taylor, a liberal, in the race. A human case of West Nile has been confirmed in Eau Claire County. It's the county's first this year. West Nile is usually spread through the bite of an infected mosquito, which they pick up from birds. The Eau Claire case is the 21st reported across the state this year. A potentially armed suspect remains at large in Jackson County. Last night, just Austin Jurek escaped arrest after an 8-hour search in the town of Knapp. The operation involved multiple law enforcement agencies and tactical teams. A caller told police Jurek was armed with a gun and threatened to start a shootout with officers. Police say he may be armed and dangerous and should not be approached. A car crash occurred this afternoon near Northern Hills Elementary School in Onalaska. The incident took place shortly after 4:30 p.m. on 910 East Avenue North. A park truck also sustained damage during the incident. The vehicle involved ended up flipped onto its side and was towed away by responders. No word on any injuries. Well, we're starting off October with a heat wave. We've got a few more days of this warmth, Greg, and then when are we getting the cool down?
Not really until the early next week. It's going to be quite a stretch of 80s, potentially even 90s too. Temperatures that feel more like the end of August. Then instead the first part of October, we've had a lot of high clouds ahead of a system to the west, and really it's just mid or high level clouds throughout the day, and that's what we're going to see probably overnight. Not expecting any precipitation with all this cloud cover, but it will persist and keep the temperatures pretty much once again mild, mid to upper 50s, where we should be in the mid to upper 40s this time of year. So another mild start for the day for both locations. Cloud cover will persist a little bit in the morning, but I think we'll see less as we go throughout the day, and especially in the afternoon, getting all the way up to 76 with that wind turning around to the south. 59 for La Crosse, getting back up to 77 with the wind also turning around the south. Clouds should really become less frequent as we go throughout the afternoon time frame. Now later on, we'll kind of break down how warm it will get, what a breakdown of the temperatures will feel like next week, and if we got any precipitation with that change in temperatures, all coming up a bit later.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Greg. A special tree is growing at Viterbo. The tree comes from seeds of a tree that was planted in a concentration camp in World War II. The original tree was planted by children at the camp who sacrificed their water rations to help it grow. After the war ended, seeds from the tree were sent to cities around the world to honor the children.
This Irma Laucher was one of the teachers. She convinced a guard to smuggle in this silver maple tree sapling. And he brought it in his boot. And they planted it outside the barracks, and the children would give up their water rations to water this tree.
The tree is extra special for Viterbo, honoring Daryl Klotz's 20 years of Holocaust education. Steppin' Out in Pink raised more than $500,000 for breast cancer research this year. Organizers announced the total this morning, $510,000 from last month's event. The money goes to Gunderson Medical Foundation for breast cancer programs and patient care. The money raised this year brings the 20-year total to $8.2 million. Downtown Main Street hosted the Higher Standards Community Cleanup Day in the heart of downtown La Crosse. Volunteers gathered at Larson's General to receive their supplies and zoning assignments before setting out to clean up litter. Participants were able to drop off their collected litter bags at multiple downtown businesses, where they were rewarded with complimentary treats as a token of appreciation. 13-year-old Charlie Kasinger from West Salem, Wisconsin is on his way to winning national championship for growing the best mullet. Kasinger is currently a finalist in the USA Mullet Championship. This is Kasinger's third time entering his mullet, known as the Wisconsin Waterfall, into the competition.
I'm in a teens group, and there's a bunch of kids with mullets, and they try to compete for $10,000.
He's competing against 24 other teens for a chance to win the grand prize. Still to come, a new expedition to find Amelia Earhart's lost plane. Why researchers believe they finally found it after 90 years. And paychecks stopping for hundreds of thousands of federal workers. The impact the government shutdown is having across the nation.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, La Crosse breaks ground on a new apartment building. We're live, plus bad news if you're shipping holiday gifts this year, and Arts tracking possible rain. The news starts at 5 a.m.
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend in store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension of sight and sound, a journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the sofa up ahead. Your next stop, the comfort zone.
Fast, free financing available. Don't need financing? Ask about our cash discount.
Come to Wesco and find yourself in the comfort zone and tell them Peyton sent you.
Get an 11% rebate on everything when you shop at Menards. From smoke and carbon monoxide detectors to fire extinguishers and more. Kidde home safety products keep your family protected in case of emergencies. Kidde smoke detectors send fast alerts to ensure more time for you to get out safely. Did you know that your detectors need to be replaced every 5 to 10 years? Get a Kidde smoke detector for only $23.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. This Thursday, one day only, earn a 40-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60. That's a 40-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend in store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
The partial government shutdown is now entering its second day, and Republicans and Democrats continue to point fingers. This comes as hundreds of thousands of federal employees are expected to be furloughed, and some tourist attractions are forced to close. CBS News' Erica Brown has more.
With a partial government shutdown now in effect in Washington, the blame game is in full swing.
Chuck Schumer and the Democrats need to do the right thing and stop inflicting pain on the American people.
Well, we are going to show them that it's the Republicans that did this. They voted against this. We tried to undo it 3 times, and the American people are going to be totally on our side.
With Congress failing to pass a short-term funding bill, about 750,000 federal workers across government were expected to be furloughed, including most employees at the Department of Education, Labor, and the Environmental Protection Agency. The Trump administration is also threatening mass firings.
We are going to have to lay some people off if the shutdown continues.
And President Trump has suggested some federal programs may be in peril.
A lot of good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want, and they'd be Democrat things.
Republicans want to extend funding at current levels, but Democrats are holding out for concessions on health care, including extensions of Affordable Care Act subsidies and reversals of cuts to Medicaid. The government workers deemed essential, like air traffic controllers, the TSA, and military personnel, will stay on the job, but are required to work without pay. The shutdown could also impact tourism in the U.S., with more than half of National Park Service employees furloughed. And in Washington, many attractions remained open Wednesday, but some popular sites were closed.
We were trying to go up to the top of the Washington Memorial, but it's closed today due to the shutdown.
Some financial experts warned the shutdown could impact the economy, potentially costing billions of dollars a week. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
The shutdown now impacting Fort McCoy. The Wisconsin-based military base says its social media presence will be limited to life, health, and safety updates. The U.S. Postal Service is honoring the late President Jimmy Carter with a brand new stamp. A giant replica of the Forever stamp was on display during a ceremony at the Carter Center in Atlanta. It features a 1982 portrait of the 39th president by the painter Herbert Abrams. The unveiling came on what would have been Jimmy Carter's 101st birthday.
You look at what that century of his life meant. It was a process for him and all of us in recognizing that we can build connections across places, across divides that we don't see.
Jimmy Carter died last December at the age of 100. His forever stamp is available at post offices nationwide or online for 78 cents a piece. There's a new mission to find the aircraft of legendary aviator Amelia Earhart and solve a nearly 90-year-long mystery. Earhart's plane disappeared in the South Pacific in 1937 as she and a navigator tried to fly around the world. Next month, an expedition team will set out to confirm whether an object detected in the lagoon of a small island about halfway between Hawaii and Australia is Earhart's plane, which is a Lockheed Model 10 Electra.
We gathered up many more satellite images, did historical research, found other imagery that relates to it. We're going to go look and identify it. And if we're right, then we will, in fact, identify the lost Electra. We could be wrong, but I think the evidence is very, very strong that this is in fact what it is.
Earhart was the first woman to pilot a solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean. Last week, President Trump said he's ordering all government records about her to be declassified and publicly released. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Yeah, we got a stretch of record warmth. That means temperatures could get close to 90, so we'll break all that down and then show you what the temperatures will look like going into the weekend and into early next week. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Right now at Home Furniture, it's the Preferred Customer Event. Get up to an extra 15% off sale prices with instant factory rebates. Find savings throughout the showroom like this leather sofa, now just $12.69. Hurry in, the Preferred Customer Event ends Monday at Home Furniture.
Interested in a heat pump for your home? Here at G&T, we've got an offer to sweeten the deal. Qualified customers can get up to $8,000 off a new Goodman heat pump system and a $2,000 tax credit for this year. In most cases, you'll pay less for this heat pump and furnace system installation, as well as over time with its efficiency and energy savings. Seriously, a Goodman heat pump that's smaller and more efficient for less. Plus, it's installed by an amazing team of skilled technicians with quality you can count on and experience you can trust. Interested? Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed. It's time for Jolivet Family Farms Fall Harvest. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Stop by today for some of Jolivet's homegrown squash, kraut cabbage, popcorn, and hardy mums. Check out our large selection of pumpkins and pie pumpkins. We also feature many fall decorations, including corn stalks, gourds, specialty pumpkins, and straw bales. Take home some pumpkin cheesecake bars, cookies, pies, or bread from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily, year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy. When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram or a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Stop in now to get a brand new Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, or Chrysler. Whether it's for work or play, we've got the vehicle for you. We have a wide selection of every model. Nothing beats getting in the driver's seat. So stop in today. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
You already know. Derek Van Orden voted for the largest Medicaid cut in history. Nursing homes may be forced to close. Rural hospitals in Wisconsin at risk of closure. And tens of thousands of Wisconsinites could lose health coverage. But did you know Van Orden's vote could raise electricity costs in Wisconsin $300 a year? Also, Van Orden could give wealthy elites another tax break. Tell Derek Van Orden, stop making us pay more.
During Home Seasonal Concepts end-of-season porch and patio clearance, get up to 50% off regular prices, like this 5-piece dining set for just $8.98, or this fire table for $7.98. The end-of-season porch and patio clearance, now at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Definitely going to start warming right back up after having just a slightly cooler day today with all the cloud cover, high clouds out there that streaming from the south here. You can see the arrows coming up. Still a lot of this to come through overnight time. Any of that precipitation showing up on radar is not reaching the ground. Lowest clouds probably are around the mid-level, 6,000 to 7,000 feet up at the lowest, but most of them are like over 12,000 to 15,000 feet or even higher. It's all associated with a system to the west that is pulling up some of this moisture. It's going to lift to the north, and really that's going to be about it over the next few days. It's not going to have much more of an impact. Our front that we're tracking for the weekend is well off to the west yet, so we'll kind of time that out as we get later here. But overall for tomorrow, mid-80s, potentially low to mid-80s with that wind turning around to the south. Still a few high clouds, but I think more is we'll see a lot more sunshine in the afternoon time frame. Still dry. And then the big story going into Saturday, is the lows, Friday's lows going into Friday. We're now climbing back into the 60s, so a little warmer start for Friday. For some areas, could be in the mid-60s. So this is not far off from where we should be this time of year for high temperatures, maybe a few degrees. Now going into Friday, too, temperatures get even warmer, upper 80s, potentially a 90. These could be record for some areas. That wind will start picking out of the south, too. Still dry heat, not going to have much humidity with this afternoon temperatures of 89, too, or the upper 80s. Now, if you look at the records here, going forward, there's what you're expecting. It's unlikely we're going to see it probably for records for Friday for La Crosse, maybe for Eau Claire. We'll have to keep an eye to see if we can. The forecast has kept the temperature going up, but Saturday's a little bit of a different story because temperatures are more likely going to be into the mid to upper 80s, but the records, are all in the mid 80s or upper 80s. So that likely could see some record high temperatures that day. As we go into Sunday, still warm. These are actually for Saturday here, but for Sunday, it's going to be still warm, but you're going to start seeing that front getting closer. So Saturday, the winds start picking up. We could see some gusts in about the 25 to 30 mile per hour range, especially higher terrain going into the afternoon time frame. It'll be even stronger going into Sunday as that front gets closer. So we could see some gusts getting close to 35, maybe even 40 for Sunday afternoon as the front gets closer. So that's something to keep an eye on for the weekend activities because there's the front coming through. It doesn't really get close. And the thing is, a lot of this moisture will be behind the front. So it'll probably come through later Sunday night. Showers will develop at some point Sunday night. Some areas, like I said, will only see a wind shift, some clouds, and that's it. I think the better shot for precipitation is going to be further south you go, and even then, it's not a lot of precipitation with this. This front will kind of sit to our south. Chances of rain may continue Monday night and Tuesday as another system develops to our south, but overall, very limited precipitation. But the bigger story with this is going to be the temperatures behind it because they're going to be much more seasonable, mid to upper 60s, and that will continue through most of the week. We do have some chances towards the end of the week for more rain, but right now a lot of uncertainty in what that goes on. So don't expect much rainfall with the system Sunday night or Monday. Like I said, the bigger story will be our temperatures returning where they should be. So once again, we'll have overnight lows Friday and Saturday that could stay near 70 in some areas, which is very warm, and obviously that's higher than our average temperature for right now for a high temp.
Right.
So it'll be quite a change, but enjoy it if you like the warmth.
I know. I'm ready for the switch over. I want to wear all my flannel and the jeans and the sweaters and stuff. It's time. It's time to change the wardrobe. All right. Coming up next in sports, hear from one of the Brewers' Gold Glovers on Milwaukee's big advantage in the postseason. Plus, golfers galore. Area girls look to punch their ticket to sectionals. Jacob is up next.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to La Crosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
What if buying a car felt easy? At Maury's Auto Group, it does. With Maury's Best Price First, there's no haggling, no hassle, just upfront, honest pricing. And with Maury's team, you get guidance, not pressure. You always get more with Maury's. More help, more clarity, and more value. Test drive and compare the top midsize SUVs at our Drive to Compare event, Saturday, October 11th at La Crosse Speedway. Details at drivetocompare.com or go to Maury'sAuto.com and get more with Maury's.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. Choose American Waterworks.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More mattresses. Did you know you spend a third of your life sleeping? So you better have the best mattress you possibly can. King has a huge selection to choose from at every price range. We'll even deliver your new mattress and haul away the old one for free. Take time to find the exact mattress you want because you're going to be sleeping on this for a while. Head into King Furniture today.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, the calendar has flipped to October. Even though it doesn't necessarily feel like it, fall sports seasons are winding down. The postseason for girls golf kicking off today. Let's head out to the Hiawatha Golf Club over on the par 3, hole 6. Karma Hasselberger of Toma with an impressive shot from the tee box. She took first individual with a score of 75. Then over to hole 10, it's her sister, Cadence, with a great approach shot from the fairway. She takes 8th individually with an 88. Toma takes first as a team with an overall score of 332. And the short game was working for Ricky Tillotson of Onalaska. She nails the putt on 12. She would take 3rd individually with a score of 85. Hilltoppers take 2nd as a team as they ended the day with an overall score of 352. And advancing individually to sectionals, Elena Wagner of Logan Central's Co-op and Lainey Huntington of Sparta. And Drugan's also playing host to some Division II regional action today. The day belonging to West Beaver Oak was Maddie Fletcher. The senior was the meet medalist, turning in a 4 over 75 on her scorecard, which included 3 birdies in the round. Taking 2nd place individually, Aquinas' Molly Swift, who shot an 83. Nice par putt right here on number 3 that finds the bottom of the cup. And it wasn't just Swift who had a good day for the Blue Golds, as Gabriella Stroutman took 7th as Aquinas finished 2nd place in the team standings. And the team that grabbed the last spot in sectionals, Black River Falls, paced by Kaylee Wood, who shot a 94 and took 6th overall. Great read on the green right there by the Tigers. Senior Wisconsin Dells wins the team title. CFC's Georgia Wolf qualifies for sectionals individually. And it is Wednesday, so as we usually do, time for our News 8 Play of the Week nominees. First up, we just saw her, but her performance today was too good to leave out. It's West Beaver Oak was Maddie Fletcher, the senior, on fire at regionals, carding a 75 at Drugan's. Good enough for a comfortable first place finish. Next up, we've got Aquinas' Tenzin Nelson earlier this week at the MVC Girls Tennis Tournament. Nelson entering the day as the top seed, and she looked the part, winning 6-1, 6-2 in the semis and 6-1, 6-4 in the singles final to become a conference champion. To the gridiron we go for number 3. Onalaska's Brendan Chenault had a massive game in the Hilltoppers' 28-12 win over Logan. An interception, 5 catches for 154 yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. Here's one of them right here, the junior turning on the afterburners for the score. At number 4, not much offense between Cashton and Brookwood last Friday, but Owen Wong of the Falcons was a handful for the Eagle defense. 3 ridiculous catches on this drive, including a score coming up right here before half in the home side's 15-8 win. And another viewer submission at number 5. This is Isaiah Kleinsmith of Melrose Mindoro, returning a punt last Friday. Just look at this, a ridiculous return, making defenders miss left and right. 47 yards later, Kleinsmith takes it in for a score and a 14-0 win over Whitehall. Some great submissions this week. Thanks to those who sent those in. And to cast your vote, head to news8000.com. Under the sports tab, click on Play of the Week and select which one you think deserves to win. Voting is open now. And the last time the Brewers were in the NLDS was 1,450 days ago. A 5-4 loss to the Braves back in 2021, but Milwaukee just a few days away from returning to the divisional series. And unlike that season, when the Brewers entered the postseason with the undaunted mantra last year linked with being underdogs and overlooked, this year they're on everyone's radar. And with that comes some pressure, but being the team with the best record in baseball means home field advantage, which could prove to be huge for the Crew.
You know, you want to play every game at home if you could. You know, we playing at home, the fans are great, it's loud, and gives you some energy for sure. I've never experienced playing on the road, So I don't know. All I know is the home, and it's been a great time. It's been fun, and it'll be exciting for sure.
And tomorrow's Game 3 between the Cubs and Padres will decide who Milwaukee will face in the NLDS on Saturday. All right, that'll do it for sports. More news after this.
Is your relationship suffering from nagging bed aches? Try the Sealy Posturepedic. Can you feel the support? That's the Precision Fit coils. They flex to your body, supporting you where you need it most. Stop stressing, start sleeping with Slumberland's 365-night sleep guarantee.
Dental implants are often the best solution to severe dental issues. If you have infection in your mouth, it does cause trouble other places. A lot of people ignore infection for way too long. And when they finally do something about it, they say not only do they like what they did here, but they feel better overall. In the end, you can have a smile you're proud of and a very healthy mouth.
We're an implant-focused practice. If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
What keeps me at Eagle Crest are the people that I work with. I enjoy my team so much. I look forward to seeing them every day. I enjoy our monthly meetings, getting to see the other managers from the other facilities and collaborate. I motivate my team by bringing us back to why we're here, going through our residents, getting to know them. You feel like you're really part of a big mission to help our residents have a full and healthy life.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. An upturn of the mouth. A brightening of the eyes. So easy. Making this the house with the best snacks. Kidless for the night. Like you're 20 again. A smile lights it up. Understands it all. Apologizes. Makes everything okay. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Even getting out of bed is a struggle.
Sounds like a lot of pressure.
In pain.
Good thing you came to Slumberland. This Tempur ProAdapt provides adaptive support and pressure relief to help you sleep.
Getting out of this bed is gonna be a struggle.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
A treasure worth over $1 million was found on a 300-year-old shipwreck near Florida. The historic operation recovered silver and gold coins valued at over $1 million. The coins came from a ship that sank in 1715. It was carrying about $400 million in gold, silver, and jewels from the Americas to Spain. Some coins will be cleaned carefully and then shown in local museums. Real-life ship treasure. That's so fascinating. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Hey, Dominic here, and I'm back to show you how I personally make my Bloody Marys using our Please Name Bloody Mary mix. First, you'll take a pint glass full of ice, add a spoonful of Please Name Bloody Mary mix, a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce, a shot or two of vodka, and top it off with tomato juice. Want it spicier? Add more mix. Be sure to get your Please Name Bloody Mary mix and 39 other blends at the Please Name Outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Cheers! Worcestershire.
Our father started this business in 1992, so we've been helping people hear and understand better for 32 years.
You're calling a local number and having a local person answer. We do online scheduling, so you can always visit our website at your convenience.
We do a full hearing evaluation here. We do the delivery of the hearing aids. We do the maintenance, the cleanings, the repair work. So everything's done here in our office. You don't have to go somewhere else. We like helping people hear better. It's rewarding.
Better Hearing Center next to St. Pat's Church.
The easiest way to furnish your cabin is at Black River Furniture Outlet. Bring the outdoors in with a handmade dining table set, crafted from the finest woods like hickory, walnut, maple, and barnwood. Shop cozy Amish rockers and upholstery, or Wisconsin-made easy sofas with customizable fabrics. Pair it all with a cabin rug, 5x8s, 8x10s, scatters, and runners available. And before you leave, visit the bed shed. Check out our rustic bedroom groups and bunk beds, as well as our Amish office furniture. Open 7 days a week, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site
To the campsite. Drive your story with a new Ram.
or a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Stop in now to get a brand new Jeep, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, or Chrysler. Whether it's for work or play, we've got the vehicle for you. We have a wide selection of every model. Nothing beats getting in the driver's seat. So stop in today. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
All right, lots of 80s, maybe some records too, close to 90. Breezy too this weekend, so definitely feels more like the end of August instead of the first week of September. But we'll have that maybe coming early next week. So get out there and enjoy the sun and heat if you want.
Just skipping 70. That's all
pretty
right.
much.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Good observation, Jacob. Thanks for